This is Max Shears of Pro Boxing Fans. I'd like to be joined by Callum Smith. Liam, obviously we're here for a really good cause tonight. I know it's some time ago and I know it's very different circumstances, but I want to pick your brains on your first boxing fight, right? What were the emotions? Do you think these guys will be feeling similar, or do you think it's completely different?
No, they'll probably be feeling the same, but my man was 14 years of age, but they'll be feeling the same. They'll be feeling all kinds of nerves. They've got a lot of family and friends watching them, and this is total alien to them. This is new to them. They've never stepped foot in the ring, obviously, in a fight. So you have to take your hat off to all of these lads. They've got careers in football, to put the names and the pride on the line in front of hundreds of people and thousands streamed online, and you've got to take your hat off to them.
Obviously it's a bit late for this now, but like I say, these guys are footballers and a lot of them it is their first boxing match. What would have been the advice going into camp? Just get fit? Would that be the main bit of advice? Yeah,
but they also have to spar. They have to spar like boxers. I've seen firsthand Bradley Orr's done a full camp, like a professional boxer's done a full camp. Yeah, running tracks, he's done a lot of things like that. So yeah, I think I've seen Stephen Jennings be sparred with Jack Turner. So I think a lot of the lads will have took it very serious, and rightly so. A lot of people are here spending big money and digging deep in the pocket for charity. So the 10 boxers who've turned up today have given it their all in camp and justified themselves for people who are here today.
I do just want to touch on obviously the two charities like you mentioned. I mean, it's a massive week of sport in Liverpool this week. You got the Derby, you got Ben Whittaker this week. I mean, what better time to put these charities on show than an event like this and a weekend like this in Liverpool?
Yeah, look, again, these charities, Sage Kid Lads, and again, one's massively close to man of my family's heart is in. We've got a sister who's severely autistic, so this is huge for not really only this city. This is huge for the charities in general, and again, these nights are great all round. We raise great money for charities and children who need it, but we also have a great night socialising and seeing a lot of familiar faces, a lot of famous faces. I'm standing next to Sasha Jonas, the most famous one in the room here, I think. So yeah, just a great night all round.
Obviously it should have been Callum's fight this weekend. I mean, just when that news breaks, just how gutting is that for yourself, for Callum and everyone in the team?
Yeah, look, it's sad for any fighter at any level, but for my brother to be top on the bill for the interim world title in a last fight before his official world title fight is sickening for him, and I'm gutted for him. He'll be here tonight, and I hope he's in good spirits tonight with all the people here, because he's been a little bit down in the dumps, and tomorrow should have been his big night, but it's not to be tomorrow, but it will be soon enough.
I spoke to Eddie Hearn about that, and he didn't want to give away like the injury, which is obviously understandable for future fights, but have you almost got like a time frame of maybe when this fight gets it looks like everyone wants to reschedule the fight, but do you have any idea of when that could be?
I think the fight has to be rescheduled, so I think maybe 3 months, maybe, I'm just presuming. Fight gets rescheduled 3-4 months, so
just while I've got you, obviously we saw Conor Benn has re-signed with Zuffa Boxing. We've seen the whole saga with Eddie, with Frank Smith, with Conor. Are you surprised at all that this is a long-term deal? When we heard about a one-fight 15, are you surprised at all that he's staying with Zuffa?
If they're offering him anywhere near the money they offered him last time, then he's going to stay. He's already not burnt his bridge, but he's already made that leap. He's not going to get no more criticism now for re-signing with Zuffa. So yeah, I've got no opinion on him, nothing against him re-signing. He's already fuck matchroom off, so we sign with them, then so be it.
Regis Prograis said that he thinks Conor's around British level. I mean, from what you've seen obviously in the two Eubank fights and the Regis fight, do you see a British level fight, or do you see something more?
Look, it's not time for me to dig that like that. I've said all along that he's not world class, and he's certainly not world class yet, but he's also been pushed into that so quick before the drug failure. He was not ready for world level yet, but as crazy as it was, he become a massive name after failing the drug test, and his fault or not? No, not really his fault, but now he's calling world class fighters out. There's Shakur Stevenson and that, and he's not ready yet, but he's only going to find out that when he takes that leap. He's being matched very well by Eddie for years. Chris Algieri, Chris Van Heerden, all non-punchers before Regis Prograis, up at 150. he's been met very well his whole career, and now he's the name he is. I think he's got to take that leap now into a challenging fight where he's maybe an underdog.
Well, Liam, I know you want shoots. I've just got two more. Tyson Fury obviously return. I mean, was you impressed by Tyson? Was you disappointed? I know obviously it's a very different level of opposition to what we usually see Tyson in there with, but I mean, what did you make of that performance?
Yeah, I thought it was just a workmanlike performance. A world-class fighter against an average fighter. Would have liked to have seen him stop him late on, but just typical Tyson Fury, just back to work, boxing, doing what he does. And again, I had a lot of people had different opinions. I thought it was great to see him back. Draw the big crowds again, draw unbelievable numbers on Netflix. So yeah, I was happy to see him. I'm glad he's back in the mix with your Joshua's and all that.
So I'm assuming you want the Joshua fight. I mean, which way do you lean if that fight is made at this point in both men's careers?
Well, look, I've always said Tyson. It just outmans him, makes it thingy. But I'm proper interested in it now. I think it's a 50-50.
And Liam, will we be seeing you in the ring anytime soon?
Yeah, maybe I'll be back June, July at the latest. Yeah.
June, July, Liam. I won't keep you any longer. Thank you very much.